Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make this card using the Wild Card Cricut cartridge. First we're going to start off with a black card base, and I pretty much took an 8.5 by 11.5 by 8 cardstock and cut it in half, and I just pretty much scored it with the bone folder. I'm using this pink cardstock from the Basil Fun package, and I'm just going to have that there. And what we're going to do is on page 33 on a Wild Card cartridge book, we're going to cut this image out at 5 inches. I already had cut it out, and just to let you know what I did was I ran it through the embossing system using the Sizzix folder, and it looks like an argyle pattern. Pretty much you would just stick it in here and slide it in through your Cuttlebug, or in my case the Texture Boutique. Okay. So what we're going to go ahead and do is adhere this to the pink cardstock, and I'm going to just use this ATG gun or whatever adhesive that you have. You can go ahead and use. Oh, maybe not. We'll use the Zig 2A instead. And it's not a big deal if it rips, because you're going to be adhering it to the cardstock and it's just going to fall into place. Like that. Okay, I think it's got enough adhesive on here. Perfect. Okay. And just line this up here, and no one knows that there was a tear. There you go. Okay, so this is the card base. And what we're going to do is adhere this to this, but before we do that, we're going to use some ribbon. And I got these from Michael's. I'm using 2 shades, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere these together. And what we're going to do is apply this the back of the cardstock. I'm going to use Scotch tape to tape it together. Try this one more time. Let me line it up with the black right there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and set this aside. And no, actually we're going to go ahead and adhere that to the cardstock. And I'm going to add some on here to get it to stick. And this is our card base. Next we're going to put this aside, and we're going to work on our sentiment. Actually we're going to yeah, I'm going to use this here. I'm using the stamp set from the Ink-a-Dink-a-Doo stamp, and I'm going to use the stamp Sweet Birthday Wishes. Using some black StazOn ink. Get that there. And we're going to go ahead and add some clear embossing. Next we're going to adhere that. Having difficulties with this glue gun. I'm not too sure why, but okay. And I've got another piece of black cardstock, and we're just going to put this on here. And next, with a white glue gel pen, we're going to make some faux stitching around the edges. Almost done. Perfect. So I'm going to have to set this aside to dry, and we're going to work on the next one, which is the cupcake. Using a white piece of cardstock, I've got this stamp set from G Studios. It's just a cupcake, and what you're going to do is I use these Marvy markers, and I just do a light roll over it, because it doesn't have to be really imprinted as far as the ink on the paper. We just want just the image, because we're going to go ahead and color that in. So once you get this colored in, you're going to go ahead and stamp it on a white piece of cardstock. And what you're going to end up doing is just cutting out the image. And for the sake of time, I went ahead and did so. And what I did was color in the image with these gel glue pens. It gives you like a raised, embossed look. Next, we're going to go ahead and put this onto the cardstock. And we want to set this over here. We're just going to position everything. And I've got these flowers from Color Box. They were about $1 from AC Moore. And the best thing about these, they are pre-adhesive on the back. Okay, so this, we're just placed everything where we want it to be, and using some dots or pop dots, we're going to put another piece on the back of this flower because we want it to really pop. And before we do that, we're going to go ahead and add some adhesive to the back. Really disappointed with this ATG gun. I loaded it correctly and I'm applying the right amount of pressure, but for some reason I still have difficulties getting it off. But anyway, I'm just going to place this here. Okay. And next, with the flower, I'm going to place this here. the top. And for the cupcake, I'm going to add one right here.